Hello guys, hi, welcome back to my channel. So let's create this beautiful eye makeup look on this gorgeous model. The first thing I'm going to be doing is to put some setting powder down underneath our eye to catch out any fallout, and then tame our brows using a brow tamer so everything just leaks down, and then using the back of my brush to properly press the hairs down our face. So while we let the eyeshadow tamer dries down, we are going to be using our primer. This is the eyeshadow primer. I'm using the Banal Clown White eyeshadow base. That's what I'm using for our eyeshadow for today. The work of an eyeshadow is to let your eyeshadow have something to grip onto, and also to cover any discolorations, veins, or anything that you may have on your eyelids. So basically, yeah. So I'm just going to use my hand to properly blend all the eyeshadow primer into our skin properly, because you don't want it to have any ash lines, ash edges. We're going to blend it so it looks blended. So by the time we applied our eyeshadow, it is smooth. So I'm using that nude shade all over our eyelid. So can you see the way I'm just tapping the colors on it? Can you see my hand movement? I'm just putting the color on one at a time. Taking, can you see I'm tapping that in, go to take another one, then tap it in, go to take another one and tap it in. You're not going to get that coverage on all your eyelids are just two tap or two swipes. Don't swipe, just tap so everything just stay in place, how you don't have creases throughout the day. So this will makes your eyeshadow last long by tapping it, and it also makes it really pop. Then the next thing I'm going to be using is a brown shade, a reddish brownish shade in that same eyeshadow palette. I'm just going to start from the outer corner. I'm also tapping. First, I'm going to start blending it out, but then want to like tap it first so I have the color pigment on the eyelids, basically. So we're going to start blending it out to the top part, and then to the like the inner, almost going to the nose contour, but we are not going there because the colors aren't the same. Do you understand? Yeah, so that's what I'm just doing, and I'm just going to let you guys watch, because this is really the video is really explanatory. So now I'm using another brown. This is like a bronzer from my powder palette to just cancel out some reddish from the eyeshadow, and also to blend the eyeshadow out properly. And then you can see that I'm blending it out to the front of the at the side of the nose, so like meeting the contour, so everything just blends right into each other. That is what I'm going to be doing. And then I'm using a lighter one when I get to the outer part of the yeah, right now I'm using a lighter one just so it blends into our skin properly, so I just don't have like a dark color on our lid and our faces white. Can you understand what I'm saying? Just so those colors, from like dark to like light, basically that's what I'm doing. As you can see, I'm still with my powder palette, and then going back into that lid color to just go back to any places that need touch up. That is it. I think we are done for this eye. I just lined it and all, and that's all. So for the brows, I'm just going to start outlining it from the two-third of a brow hairs, just to give the tail and also do a arc. That is basically the focus on the brows. So when you get the arc and the tail right, everything will look good, basically. So that is my focus. Just draw the top line and make sure it is straight. Then now start to fill it in lightly with light strokes. So our brows doesn't look too dark. So it looks like it's just our brows. Yeah. So basically that's what I'm going to be doing. And then I'm going to be blending that line to the front of our brows. So it just looks like that is our brows. That is what grows on my face. So we are just going to be doing the same thing on the other side. As you can see, we are starting from where we notice that there is no brow hairs, so we can give the perfect brows for our face, and then drawing the tail, perfecting the arc of our brows, and then connecting it back to the tail at the front, at the end, rather. That's it. And also just fill it in. You can see that I'm making sure those lines blend right into our brow hair at the front. That is what I did, and voila! I did not even add any product to the front of our brows, cause she already have brow hairs there. So I don't want our brows to just be too dark. Basically, now we are concealing it with the same concealer we use for underneath our eyes. We are going to be starting from the same place we started while we draw the eyebrows, basically at the arc. That is where I'm going to start, and then work my way to the tail and also a little bit to the front. Basically, that is how I get like a perfect clean brows. So now that we are good with the way this looks, I'm going to just blend the concealer out, just in tapping motion. You can see I'm going to tap it before and I'll rub a little bit. Tapping motion. I'm doing the same thing here. You can see properly here. I'm just following that same lines I draw on our brows and then outlining it, just so that line is a lot sharper and cleaner. Basically, that is what I did, and then I blend it out. So we are blending out the concealer we used and then going back into that same brush we used for the eyeshadow to properly blend everything in. Using my powder palette to set that brow bone, the concealer, basically, just so it blends into the eyeshadow properly. Do you understand? So we don't have like a demarcations or line or whatever there. When you put powder on your brow bone, it basically just give your eyeshadow and the brow bone like a really smooth blending. Yeah, as you can see, I'm still like going back to like make sure everything is blended, and voila, we are done with this beautiful eye looks. We just finished up the remaining look, did our lips, did some finishing touch-ups, and we are done. Thank you guys for watching. Please drop a comment, like, and let me just know what you feel about this video. Till next time, bye.